Hi everyone, welcome to On the Other Hand. I'm Ariane Zurcher, and today I'm going to be doing what I am calling the Bullion Drizzle stitch. Now this is a stitch that I discovered as I was playing around with stitches, which I do, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've created something that I've never seen before and I've never seen in a book. And I posted it and I was so excited, and then someone wrote and said, oh, I do that stitch all the time. So I did not discover it. However, I still have not seen any videos posted on how to do it, and I haven't seen it in any books either. So there it is. I did come upon it on my own. However, I do not claim to be the creator of it, but I'm calling it the Bullion Drizzle, and I'm going to do it as I discovered it, using a couple of different threads so that you can see what it looks like with different thread weights. And then a friend of mine, as she was playing around with it, added a bead to it and posted that. So I'm going to add a bead to it. That's Sandy's touch to it. So thank you, Sandy. So we'll be doing the Bullion Drizzle stitch and the Beaded Bullion Drizzle stitch. Don't forget to hit the like button, click on that subscribe button and the little bell that pops up for email notifications, and I love hearing from you, so leave me comments in the comments section. Grab something to stitch with, grab a needle and some thread, and let's explore the Bullion Drizzle stitch together. I'm going to go ahead and use this number 8 weight EZM, and I can't read it. I'm going to do a number 3 Milliners Needle, if this works. It's what I'm doing. I've actually never seen this done, but I'm curious to know if it'll work. Instead of doing a drizzle, I'm just pretending it's a drizzle, but I'm doing as I would a bullion, wrapping around. I'm then going to rethread this. Now I could put a bead on it. That would be pretty. I think I'm going to leave this as is for now and just see if this even works, because it may not. And I'm going to pull this through. I'm going to use my handy pliers here. And there it is. So that did work. So that's just like a bullion, but you have to be careful not to pull it, or you pull it right through and unravel the whole thing. So I'm going to do 3 of these. So there's one. And I have no idea how many wraps I did. The tricky part is holding it while you pull it through. That's the tricky part. And making sure that thread comes up to the tip. I'll do this one. The third one. This is the tricky part with this, is pulling it through so that you still get it to do that, but you don't have the whole thing collapse in on yourself, and you also make sure those wraps are still holding up. So there is my picot flower. What you do for the Bullion Drizzle is, I've got my drizzle pad underneath me. I've got my needle anchored. It's a number 3 Milliners. I've got my number 8 EZ28 threaded up on it. So just like a regular drizzle, I'm going to unthread it, and I'm going to do 12 to 30 wraps. So it's the center, I'm starting center, and I'm going to work my way out. I'm going to do a larger drizzle here. So I'm going to do maybe 30 wraps. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's 30. Now I'm going to rethread it. When I positioned my needle after I had pulled the thread through, I don't want to go back in the same hole that I came out. I want it to be close, but not the same hole, because if it's the same hole, this whole drizzle is just going to disappear inside of it. What I need to do, and this is where it gets a little tricky, I need to hold this thread with my fingers as I pull the needle with my other hand and pull the thread through And then I want to stop before it starts to unfurl. And this is my little spiky thing. So now I'm going to do my next one. Close to it. And I'm going to do a bunch of these. Anchor my thread close to where my emerging thread is coming out, but not into the same hole. And I'm going to wrap. Okay, it's 28. I'm going to hold that thread with my dominant hand, and I'm pulling the needle through with my non-dominant hand. And there it is. I'm going to keep doing this until I've filled this circle. I'm doing 20 now, having done between 30 and 26 to 30 on the inside ones. Now I'm going into, 20, 22, 24 wraps. I wanted to show you, I didn't go all the way to the edge. I just went in a little bit from the edge, and this is pretty good. I'm not going to do any more than that. I'm using Silken Pearl. This is Jelly Bean, and pretty cool looking. And I'm going to just do a couple of bullion drizzles right in the center here. It's 22. I'm using a bullion knot needle. And now I'm going to pull this through. And there's my little bullion drizzle. My next one. That's 30. Be a little tricky threading a bullion knot as opposed to the Milliners, which has a little bit of a wider eye instead of a elongated long one. And pull this through, holding on with my hand until I can feel it's done. Here's my third one. It's 28. Holding on with my I can just feel it's done. I can do as many of these or as few as I want. They're pretty fun. I'll show you a beaded bullion drizzle next. I'm using my number 8 weight Eleganza. This is Easy 39. I'm going to do a bullion drizzle right in the center. Helps if you have a drizzle pad that you can set your work on. You're going to pull up and then you're going to go back down, anchoring your needle. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's 30. And now I'm going to rethread. And then holding this with my dominant hand and pulling. I'm going to keep holding these wraps. And I'm going to pull through until I can feel that the thread has gone all the way down, and that is my bullion drizzle. Now, if you pull it really tightly and you pull it through, it starts to disappear on itself. So you want to make sure that you end there. Now, if I want to do another one, and this time I want to put a bead on it, I'm going to come up. I'm going to anchor my needle, and I'm going to do so there's 30, there's 32, and this time I'm going to thread a little bead. Now I need a bead that's big enough to go through my thread, and I'm not sure that these are big enough. They may not be. I'm going to try it and see. The tricky part of this is to hold on to those wraps while you're threading this bead. And I did it. So you thread the bead right there, just as you would a drizzle. And now I'm going to thread my needle. And I'm going to hold that, pulling this down, pulling your thread through. And there's your little bullion drizzle with your bead. Now the nice thing about the little bead is that it keeps the wraps from undoing, although I haven't found that really to be a problem, but it's a little added something. All right, so let's do one more with the bead. I'm going to anchor my thread down. It's 28. Grab a bead, pull it through. And pull while holding on to the bead and the wrap. Grab a bead. Holding this with my finger till it goes all the way down. Bullion drizzles and a bullion drizzle, beaded bullion drizzle. I hope this was fun to watch and maybe made you think about how you might use a bullion drizzle in your work. They're really kind of fun. You can stagger them, make them, all short or long, or they can get as wild as you want. Don't forget to hit that like button. Click on the subscribe button and the little bell that pops up for email notifications. I love hearing from you, so leave me comments in the comment section, and don't forget to check out the description section where I'll leave the links for all the different threads that I use in this video. Until next time, here's to exploring stitches together.